My name is Bia Stengo, and I'm a managing librarian at Monterey County Free Libraries. Today I wanted to talk to you about this book that I recently read called Bubble. So this is an interesting book. It's a graphic novel. It's sci-fi fantasy, and so as you can see, it is a book, comic book style novel, and it is a full story. As you can see, it's a good long book. There's about 265 pages in it, but it's a real quick read. It took me probably 2 sittings, maybe 3 hours total to read the book, and it was high adventure and super fun. So it takes place on a different planet, and some people on this planet live inside this bubble, thus the bubble, which is run by a corporation called Tandem. And on the outside is the bush. And the bush has people who live there for sure, communities who live there, but it's also got a lot of wild creatures who are constantly attacking the humans. And so it's a survival life outside in the bush, whereas life is pretty sedate for the most part inside the bubble. And it centers on 4 friends, and the friends are Morgan, who lives in the bubble and has a pretty boring job, but she loves the boredom because she grew up most of her life outside in the bubble, outside in the bush, and she had a hard life, always fighting and trying to survive all the elements and the poison earwigs and the imps that were trying to kill them and attack them. So she's pretty content inside the bubble with her boring job and her life with her friends. Her roommate is Annie, who's sort of cutting edge, pansexual. She runs Etsy businesses where she sells herbal concoctions and drugs and things like that. And so one day they're hanging out when all of a sudden an imp starts attacking them in the house. And when that happens, Morgan comes out and she slashes it, and then she gives the imp's body to Annie, who will use whatever properties are in the imp to create concoctions on her, chemical concoctions, medicines, drugs, whatever, for that she sells on Etsy. And so one day when they're home and this attack comes, it comes simultaneously when a delivery guy, Mitch, is delivering some lunch for them. So he comes into the house to deliver the lunch, and he gets bitten by the imp, which at first makes him really sick and then gives him a superpower called the sting. So Mitch is sort of brought into their circle of friends. And the 4th character is Van. Now, Van is good friends with Morgan. In fact, they used to be a couple, and he also grew up in the bush. And he is very sort of new age, kind of into meditation and yoga and kombucha and being in the moment and mantras and chanting. So he's kind of a totally new age, centered type of guy. And one of the things that Tandem has done is it's created an app called Hunter, so that whenever there's an imp attack, when the bush breaches the bubble, people can go on their app and call the hunters, Huntr, to come and rescue them. So that's what these 4 are doing. But Morgan's kind of tired of this, and she's trying to figure out how to stop the breach and put an end to all these attacks so that her life could just be quiet and calm. And so the friends sort of adventure together to the outside to see what's going on. And so this is a really fun, compelling book. Like I said, I read it in 2 sittings. It was super fun, easy read, fast read. And they say it's based on a smash hit podcast, which I haven't heard, but it sounds like it might be fun to listen to. But it's definitely a good read, worthwhile, fun. In fact, I was telling my husband about it, and now he's reading it. So that's a little bit of a sales pitch right there. So this is a fun book to give a try to. And so give it a try. and let me know what you think. It is written by Morris, Morgan, Cliff, and Rice, and those are the collaborators. The book was, the idea for the podcast, I think, was Jordan Morris, and the graphic artist was Cliff, and the art and the colorer was Rice. And so you can find all that stuff out on the title page of the book. Anyway, give it a try. Thanks for watching. Enjoy.